After all of the success of Escape from Tarkov, I'm not surprised that multiple companies would want to give this gameplay mechanic a try. Psycho Frontier is a great example, however, it didn't impact me as much as Tarkov did. So when hearing about Call of Duty coming out with their own version called DMZ, I was skeptical. After playing it, I gotta say, it's a lot of fun. Feeling some similarities to Tarkov, Call of Duty brings their own style, allowing the player to experience the world in a different setting besides a battle royale. Enemies are scattered across the world, and if you cause too much damage, more will arrive, becoming stronger and stronger. It felt like being in one area took longer than anticipated because of the amount of foot soldiers heading to attack you. If it's not them, then best believe it's a trio, duo, or solo player coming to take you out without a moment's hesitation. The characters truly blend in with each other, so you rarely can tell the difference, but that's what makes it so great. Plus, proximity chat is perfect for both of these games. In DMZ, I heard two teams talking to one another, wanting to team up and work together, so they sent teammate requests and became a squad.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. All right, listen, I got a key for this.
You can be friends in Tarkov, however, I'd be very, very careful with that.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, bro. Oh, you mother... What? Alright, I'm killing everyone.
The idea that it can be a team of 3 and then a team of 6 is incredible, and it really harnesses the idea of you can make more than just clips in the game, you can make friends. It's kind of cheesy, but it's something that I thought about. The looting system is a bit clunky, trying to grab certain items even though they look kind of the same. However, it keeps up with the tone of the game being so fast-paced. And while you loot, you can also acquire contracts within the game as well. Having missions from factions and contracts or within the world itself keeps the replayability alive, while simultaneously helping the player unlock different things to satisfy that growing desire to have it all. Some missions have you collect items and extract with them, buy and sell a certain amount at the store, or even complete certain contracts themselves. These missions and contracts also help you obtain contraband and loot to use later on in future matches. Strongholds also have this. However, it's more rare items at the cost of fighting stronger enemies. They are scattered across the world and you'll be notified when one of them is being activated. There's so many different areas I've yet to explore that makes this so perfect. It makes me want to play it more. I start learning the map from the bottom up, so when I jump into Warzone, I feel more prepared. Now, with the more negative / critical portion of this video, it seems like there's still so much that needs to be done. When extracting with loot, I cannot use that loot for something else to help with armor or weapons or even perks. They're just used for the contracts that I have, yet the ones that aren't used don't stay in your inventory. Instead, they're deleted, which makes me feel like I can't use them for a better purpose or even to barter. I know, it's not Tarkov, but that's what made it so much fun. A can of Paid got you a Saliwa, and those things were extremely hard to find and constantly needed. So when you found a can of Paid, all you wanted to do was leave. If you didn't have an IFAK, an AFAK, Saliwa, or even a Grizzly, you would be in huge trouble if you got into major gunfights.
Yeah, there's no way.
So it's extremely necessary to find them or other things to barter with. That's something DMZ needs, a barter system, a reason for me to pick up toothpaste besides a random mission for money or just to be destroyed. Oh, and speaking of missions, the enemies seem to be either on normal or hardened mode. The only reason why I die is because of the fact that there's so many of them. You really get faced with a lot of computers. Like that's something that I've noticed is that instead of going after, or instead of having, a certain amount of soldiers that are out there that can one-shot you in the head if you are, in a different space or if in a different step, they actually will just throw hordes upon hordes at you. So you may be fully kitted up and it's fine, but you gotta be careful when you go out there. So like in that instance, I killed a high value target, but then I had to run away because I was getting shot up. And then guess what? Another guy was in another building because there was just so many of them. And I think that's something that could be altered, it could be fixed a little bit or adjusted, but if they want you to have that environment whilst having a lot of health and a lot of armor, then I understand that sentiment. However, if you want it to be challenging, then make them harder to go against and have fewer of them. That way you can have that juxtaposition of being quiet and stealthy until you have to start a major gunfight for obvious reasons. And with the helicopters bringing in troops, make them stronger and deadlier. It seems like the first wave is just extra dudes instead of something that I should be worried about. This map is environmentally stale. Constant sun up, full on desert, no rain, no hurricanes, no nighttime, no problem. And that is my problem. Don't get me wrong, the radiation part of the map is really cool, especially when it starts to expand after time runs out. The problem that I'm having is that it makes the matches repetitive in a bad way. Replayability works really well when there are adjustments to multiple fields, missions, loot, enemies, environment. When playing Tarkov, they have multiple maps to choose from, and the difficulty ranges in the amount of missions, enemies, and loot. DMZ is already a full-fledged map, so it doesn't make sense to really split it up. However, adding environmental turmoil or even nighttime will keep you on your toes when running into the sandy abyss. Also, the loot seems to be very limited when you take into account the amount of weapons and ammo types and even vehicles at your disposal. The idea that I couldn't grab a magazine to an AR to use later or sights for a rifle that I currently have is pretty silly. Also, the backpack seems a bit small. Having certain slots are fine. I just feel like having a weight system can make it feel less like run and gun and more of a survival mode that these types of games should feel like. I understand that this is the beta, so hopefully they add some of this stuff in. However, I know how long it takes Call of Duty to come out with updates. This game mode can do wonders for this game, so long as they make it feel like we have tons of different ways to play at our disposal. In conclusion, some people like going for PMC kills. Am I missing? Some just want to loot, sell, and get the best stuff in their inventory. Some want to climb to the highest rank there is, and some just want Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza, open up! God.
The point that I'm making here is this game mode could be perfect and could be a really good competitor with games like Escape from Tarkov. It just needs more. And it shouldn't be afraid to take some of the ideas from its competitors and enhance it in some way. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what else I should talk about. Like and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm gonna cream. It's fucking great.